rest day. Got a couple of things, just small things, cosmetic things for my car that I'll do before and after, but I'm gonna get it cleaned up now. And got some tail lights. We're gonna, kind of do some tail light covers, and then got the front headlights we're gonna cover, so it's gonna be all blacked out. Next then would be getting the rims, eventually getting new rims, get full black. And then I want to get a big massive wing, so I'm looking to see if I can find, maybe there's any sponsors out there. Could be cool, but for now I'm gonna get into cleaning these tail lights off, and I'll show you before and after. Already wiped down the passenger side headlight, so same process. We're just going to have the adhesive here, and a couple of reasons I went with this adhesive one. Honestly, cost efficient. Obviously replacing the entire headlight and tail light setup would be ideal, in most cases, but I don't want to spend that much money on it, to be honest with you, especially because I'm about to park this car, here in a couple, probably within a month. It's going to pretty much just sit parked. So, because I'm getting my old car back. So I'm just gonna keep this one here until I can move it over to Car Asylum and keep it stored in the warehouse, pretty much, and just maybe take it out for date nights or go pick it up and haul it to a car show, or maybe drive it on vacation somewhere, So I'm not really in like a super big, I have to have all this. It's mostly just cosmetic work, that I'm getting done for now. And then when I get ready to track it, which is my end goal, I'll go through, replace all this stuff and put high quality parts on and get everything, that I need. But that's a long way away. And I wanted to do a little bit of cosmetic upgrades to it. So this is where we're at. And they look good. I think they look good. I'll probably pull out to the sunlight, snap a couple photos, see if I can learn how to use this damn stabilizer to do a video, but nope. Let's see here. Now, honestly, let's talk about some shit that's been keeping me through prep. Aside from these rest days, actually kind of doing stuff on my rest days now really helps. Mentally, and we're gonna go into peak week, so that also, the big mental clarity there. But Crunchyroll, dude, I've just been spamming the same shows over and over. Solo Leveling, goated. I'm ready for season 2. Honestly, Dragon Ball GT. I think Dragon Ball GT has a great storyline. Feels rushed though, which I get. It's not canon, It wasn't written by Toriyama. I think that's how you say it. So I get that it's not canon, but I really liked it, and I wish it would have had a couple more seasons. And then Bleach, 1,000 Year Blood War, thank God. That show, love that. I've rewatched it 3 or 4 times. Then, of course, I watched the original Bleach over and over again too. So those are just a couple of my shows that I really like to rewatch during preps. And Solo Leveling is definitely gonna be on the list as something to just watch over and over as, for the next prep. Hopefully, season 2's out, which it should be. Cleaned up, and then okay. Yeah, I need to get that chrome around the rims. I need new rims, but oh yeah, definitely like the way that looks, especially when it's all cleaned up. And we are back down here at Alphalete Chiro with Dr. Lakin. As you can see here, we're just starting off kind of identifying the problem areas. Notice the dip in the right shoulder, and that's kind of where we knew we needed to work at. Just trying to identified the best way to go about it. We are going into some dry needling. Now, dry needling is a different beast. It's not acupuncture, it's targeted muscle release. So essentially, Dr. Lakin here, she's inserting a needle directly into tight or knotted muscle fibers in order to create a twitch response. That twitch relaxes the muscle, increases blood flow, and it can help speed up the recovery process. And honestly, I personally notice a huge difference in muscle engagement, or after we went through this, I should say, especially when I've got inflammation or overuse. Dry needling can free up a lot of range of motion almost immediately, which you'll see at the end when we do our check-in post electrical stimulation. Now, it's important to note this isn't a magic fix, but for bodybuilders dealing with fatigue, tightness, or prep-related stress, it can be a massive tool in the recovery arsenal. Prioritize your recovery the same way you prioritize your training, because if your body can't move well, it won't grow well. Now, once the needle hits the right trigger point, you can see here we're hooking it up to an electrical stim unit. The current in there creates controlled muscle contractions, deeper and more isolated than really anything you can do in the gym. Now, you can see here how it's literally making the muscle twitch and reset. Think of it like a manual reboot on areas that just aren't firing right anymore. And no, it doesn't feel great in the moment. It doesn't hurt, but it doesn't feel the best. When we took out these needles and got up to try moving around, I definitely felt much, much better. And you can see here, this is where we did the post-needling check. Much, much better across, much more flat and even, without really having to think about it. I'm able to just freely move through the motions, thank God. Just a little bit of tightness in the trap on that left side still, so worked through that some, and then we got into just a regular adjustment, kind of getting everything realigned, so that's up next.